Golfers, welcome back. In today's exciting episode, we've got Jeremy Nicholls here, the head pro at Ledene's. Listen, you guys have all seen what a fantastic practice area this place has got. Today's video, we're going to be looking into chipping. So the other day I came down, I was using a 58 and a 52 degree wedge, and I was trying to like scoop it up.
Yeah, basically you're trying to get the ball in the air, which is obviously pitching, you want to do that, but it's the same with the chip shots, that you've got to try and get that ball on the ground as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
You know, people, I've seen it in pro-ams over the years, they're in front of the green, there's nothing in front of them, and they're basically taking a 58, 60 degree lofted wedge, trying to send the ball in the air.
And there ain't no need, is there?
Well, it's you know, obviously, listen, there's no rule saying you can't, but it's a lot more difficult to execute that shot than a simple pitch and run with a 48, 50, 52 degrees. You know, just get that ball on the ground and see, look for your landing area and let the contour of the green release for you. Yeah.
Okay, so Jeremy's going to show us how to set up to the best way of setting up for a chip shot and the position of where the ball naturally goes. So Jeremy, I'll leave it over to you, bud.
Yeah, so basically with this shot, straightforward shot up the green, I would be looking to play like a 50 or a 52. I'm borrowing Rich's club here.
Those are the ones, if you've seen the previous video where he played me, he whooped my ass with them.
And quite a narrow stance. We're not looking for power here. We're looking for like a finesse, control, feel, all those type of feelings in the shot. Rhythm, nice release of the club. Now in the setup, just feel as though your weight is slightly on your left side, only 60-40. We don't want to be there and getting too steep, and likewise we don't want to be on the right side trying to scoop it in the air, because all that will do, the leading edge will hit it halfway up the ball and send it flying over the green. Again, the control, feeling your shot, hands slightly ahead of the club head there, and just feel as though your hands are leading, and just let the ball release for you. So again, we're looking for rhythm in the shot. Don't try and go long and then decelerate. Make sure that your hands are slightly ahead of the club and it's a nice rhythm there, and then just chip it forwards.
So what would you say, Jeremy, are the main culprits for mid to high handicap golfers when they keep...
Overcomplicating it. Overcomplicating it. Keep
a bit
it
like
simple.
what I was doing the other day.
Yeah, if you're down that slope, obviously you've got to put loft on the club because you need elevation. You need the ball to go up onto the elevation of the green. So you've got to put loft on there. But for this sort of shot, when you're straight down the green, you know, just like a simple chip and run shot, we just literally slow back, you know, and just get the ball running towards the hole.
You win then.
So you see there, just nice
Keep
and
it
simple.
Keep
it simple. Look, narrow stance, like I said, you're not looking to, you know, you're not looking for power in this shot. People say, oh, why is your stance so narrow? Because literally I'm just swinging my arms and the club seat's there and just play it forwards.
Oh, shock. Go on then.
There you go. So
it's
just keeping it simple.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the one scenario where you're green side and you want to do a quick chip on.
Yeah.
Can we jump onto another scenario now?
We can go down there, we'll grab a couple of golf balls, and then what we'll do, we'll change the club to a 58, or have you got a lob wedge? Or,
Okay, in golf, so you've seen how easy Jeremy made that look, rather than using like a really high lofted wedge. If you can greenside, like a little nice bump and run. But Jeremy's going to demonstrate now, so if you do want to try and get those sexy flop shots.
You do need, now we're coming up a slope now, so we do need some, you know, some height on the ball, a bit of elevation, like Rich said there, to get that ball up and landing softly. What you see, you could play a bump and run here, but you know, you're relying on the slope and how much it will check into the slope. So for me, I would just take a little bit more loft, like a 58. So in other words, you've got 6 degrees more help from over there, which will give you a little bit more, more height with the ball flight.
And what about your stance and your position
Again,
with the ball?
The one key with the pitch shot is always make sure the weight is slightly on the left to create that descending blow. You certainly don't want to be on the right side trying to scoop the ball in the air. Certainly the right hand, like you said you were doing the other way.
Yeah, trying to scoop water.
Don't try and scoop. This is your friend. This is going to do the work for you. But obviously the setup position is key to let that club do the work for you.
One last thing, I did notice, are your hands a little bit more down the grip as well? Or
Slightly. I mean, I'm certainly not touching the shaft. I'm just a little bit, because then you see, I feel as though I'm controlling the club more. I've got more control over the club. So it's just a personal thing, but I like to grip. I mean, obviously, like I said, don't want to be touching the shaft, but literally a little bit more down the club So I feel as though like, and also I only want a shorter backswing, compact, shorter. What I don't want to do is go long and then decelerate, or likewise short and flick it. It's rhythm.
Yeah, yeah.
And just let the club, like I said, do the work.
Got you. Golfers, listen, if anybody's local to the area, Jeremy's details. Obviously, you've all seen Ledene's.
Help you with the chipping, no problem.
You need any golf lessons, or if you want to come down on the anything at all, just come down and speak to Jeremy, and he'll sort you out. So all the details will be in the description below. Yeah. Okay, enjoy to see this sexy flop shot.
Yeah. Well, again, narrower stance. I'm not looking to, I'm not trying to hit like power and like trying to fire it down a fairway. This is more, again, a feel, control, everything that you want. You don't want that ball going in too hot and firing over the green. So again, my hands are slightly ahead of the club head. I'm literally like slow back and then just chipping that club and letting the club do the work for me.
Shot, mate.
Yeah. Again, I'll play the same one again. Again, all in the rhythm. I'm not looking to go long and loose, and I'm just literally trying to feel the club head. See, my hands are still leading the club head, and I'm just letting the club do the work.
Because obviously I've got the heads on view.
Yeah.
You see, so when I'm doing my backswing, it's more like 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You're not doing that, are you? You're sort of like.
I'm literally only trying to send the ball 20, 30 feet max, aren't I? So I'm not trying to like. Obviously I was trying to hit it over that cabin. Obviously then
you've got to take a bit
more length of the backswing, generates more club head speed and more power. But now on this shot, if you just knock us that ball back there, it's just literally, I can't stress enough how much you've got to just control the club head. So I'm literally, my hands are slightly ahead of the club head, and I'm just trying to feel, and I'll put that ball down deliberately just to show you that the club's going to do the work. So you see all the excess grass there?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to let the club just try and hopefully glide through it, and then see it just pops in the air, and I'm just letting the club do the work.
Shot, mate.
Yeah. I'm not trying to.
Them 5 shots you wouldn't be disappointed with.
No, yeah, the other one or two have, released. I mean, you're not going to knock, I don't care who you are, whether it was the great Sebi Ballesteros, who was like a magician.
Yeah, yeah.
No one had got a short game like him. Elazabal followed in his footsteps. These guys there, I mean, those first 3, but 2 or 3 foot past, be realistic as well, as long as you're on that green and those are all holeable. You get two or 3 that are pretty close there, more or less gimmies, but you are going to hit the odd one that's going to release, There's no way everybody's going to stiff every chip shot.
Got ya.
We're human after the end of the day, but as long as you've got, they're acceptable.
I'd be well impressed with all them 5 there. Well, every shot so
it's
far.
A good, it's a good variation. There's 2 that are like dead. Well, 3 that are more or less dead. A couple that have gone about 2 or 3 foot past, but you're going to get that. Sometimes you will on the green when the ball releases, get a firm bounce, or sometimes bit of rain, it'll dig in. So, obviously the elements of the course on the greens.
How do we create, I try and struggle sometimes with, making the ball check or to get that bit of spin.
That's just basically striking the ball. That's the angle. People say, is there a magic formula for that? Obviously the ball helps.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're pitching with a firmer ball, but like now these modern day, even the Strixon AD, the Titleist Pro V1s, the Strixon Z Star, they promote spin because they're a softer ball. I think you like the Bridgestone, don't you? Yeah, they soft. But again, it's just like, it's just a descending blow and then you get the ball spinning. If you're going in like that, you're not going to get the ball to spin, are you? It's releasing.
Any chance of one?
Pardon?
Any chance of a spinny one?
Well, I can try one, yeah. You put me on the spot now, haven't you?
We can edit it out, golfers.
But to be honest with you, I wouldn't want the ball spinning.
I think that thing that you said to me the other day, when I kept trying to use lofted clubs.
Yeah.
And that's what I was practicing, because I got it about an hour before, and I've been on the other green, because I love that up and down green. And I've just been practicing the pitching wedge and the 9-iron, like you said. Yeah. Try and get the ball to land as quickly as you can and use the undulation of the green to roll out.
If a pin's at the back right and you've got a slope moving left to right towards the hole, don't be,
That'll be an error.
8, 7, 9, 8. I mean, listen, I don't advocate the shot, but some people do with the rescue.
Yeah, yeah.
You've probably seen that on YouTube. They use a rescue. There's plenty of ways of doing it. It's like with putting. There's long ways, a claw grip.
It's the name of the game. Get the ball in the hole.
Exactly. I'm not coming on here telling you pitch it like that. I'm not even telling you don't use a 58 if you feel comfortable with it, but for me, a safer shot is a more straightforward way. It's like a 48, 50-degree wedge and run it up the green. That's the more, risk-friendly shot.
And that's what it's about, eliminating that risk.
Exactly. I mean, because at some point you get, like here, we've got to start to get colder mornings, a bit damper on the surface, get a few muddy lies. It's not as easy to, catch it as smoothly as so again, for me, muddy lie, if you had a muddy lie like that, I'd have the ball slightly back in my stance and just leave it in the hands and just chip and run it up the green. But for me...
Is it, so with that shot to get more spin, would you have the same setup as before? Would you keep everything narrower stance, weight, 60-40, just...
For a pitch shot, for me, you've always got to have, again, without repeating myself, you haven't got to be, 70-30, because all you're going to do is promote dig in, I think just a nice descending blow, you're letting the bounce of the club do the work, and then it run up the green.
Come on, let's do this flop shot then. Let's put you on the spot. A little flop shot.
Right. Yeah, okay, so a bit more height there, and just feel as though you're just chopping it up into the air.
Oh, shot. Go in then.
There you go.
Oh, unlucky, mate. Oh, well done. Well done. Okay, we're going to jump onto the 16th, because on the 17th.
Yeah.
Because the 17th's got a good setup where you're sort of blocked. If you overshoot the green, you're sort of blocked out with it's in a bowl and it's surrounded with trees, ain't it? Yeah. So if you do overshoot the green, it's a bit of a trick. So let's jump onto the 17th and we'll go through it.
Yeah.
Okay then, golfers, as you can see, this is a right tricky shot. So we've got overhanging trees. We've just landed left-hand side of the 16th. And just in front, as you can see, there's like a bunker and then the green. Explain to us, Jeremy, that's going to frighten the death out of me, that is.
Yeah, well, as you say, Rich, it's quite a tricky shot, even for, whatever level you play at, whether you play on the European Tour or you play like as a regular senior professional golfer. That is a struggle. One, obviously you want loft to clear the bunker, but you've got the branch in the way, which is going to cause you a problem. Obviously, if you pop it up too high, it's going to catch the end of that branch and go into the trap. You can't run it because there's a hazard there. So the only way really to execute this shot would be take your wedge, that's about 48 degrees, back in the stance and look to try and just keep it lower under the tree, clear the trap, and hopefully you get enough check on the ball to stop it going up over the back of the green.
Would you still use your, sorry mate, would you still use your chipping stance that we're talking?
Chipping
so
stance.
You would never change that stance?
Yeah, I'd have it slightly back, so I want to keep the ball flight down as opposed to going up into the air. So I want that ball flight a little bit lower, enough to clear the trap, and then hopefully check and stop on the green. Anywhere on the green with this shot you're happy with.
Okay, mate.
Whereas those other shots down there, you're trying to play, yeah.
Oh, player.
Just kept it on the green, back of the green.
Mate, do you want to try one more?
Yeah, I'll try one more, yeah. Which I'm happy with that, but we'll try and get one more. Right.
Oh, pitch. Oh, mate, shot. Them are two decent shots from where it was.
Yeah.
Golfers, listen, like, subscribe, all the groove stuff. All Jeremy's details will be down in the bottom description. Jeremy's going to come on. I've asked him. He's going to come and do a couple of tips and tricks videos.
No problem.
Throughout the, obviously we're going into the winter months now, and obviously the courses are starting to wind down a bit. And just to help you guys out, golfers, listen, thanks very much. Jeremy, thank you for coming today, mate. I really do appreciate it.
No problem at all.
Golfers, catch you on the next video.